All right, let's dive in. Today, we're tackling something that's been buzzing around: quantum computing and cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, it's a hot topic for sure, and for good reason. There's a lot to unpack there.
Absolutely. It seems like everyone's wondering if their Bitcoin is going to suddenly disappear into some quantum black hole.
Well, maybe not a black hole, but it's definitely something people should be aware of.
Right, because if quantum computers can crack the codes protecting our digital wallets, that's a big deal. So let's get to the bottom of this. Are we on the verge of a crypto apocalypse, or is there more nuance to it?
I think first we need to demystify quantum computing a bit. What makes it so different from the computers we use every day?
Okay, so Quantum 101. Break it down for us. What's the big deal with these quantum computers?
Well, it all comes down to qubits. They're the building blocks of quantum computers. And unlike the bits in our regular computers, which can only be a 0 or a 1, qubits can be both. Kind of like at the same time.
Whoa, both at the same time. That's pretty trippy.
Yeah, it's called superposition, and it's one of the things that gives quantum computers their crazy potential.
So imagine a coin spinning in the air, right? It's not heads, it's not tails, it's somehow both until it lands.
Exactly. And then there's this thing called entanglement, where you link those spinning coins together and they start behaving in this interconnected way.
So it's like they're communicating with each other, sharing information in a way our regular computers just can't.
Right, and that's what lets them do these incredibly complex calculations way faster than classical computers.
Okay, I'm starting to see where this is going. Now, how does all this quantum weirdness actually threaten crypto?
Well, a lot of crypto, especially like Bitcoin and Ethereum, relies on really hard math problems for security. Things like factoring huge numbers. It would take a regular computer forever to solve those problems.
So those math problems are like the locks on our digital vaults, keeping everything safe.
Exactly. But a powerful enough quantum computer running something called Shor's algorithm could potentially crack those locks wide open.
Shor's algorithm? That sounds intimidating. What exactly does it do?
Basically, it's a quantum algorithm that's really, really good at factoring large numbers. And in cryptography, factoring those numbers is like finding the key to the vault.
Ah, so it's like a master thief with a set of quantum lockpicks.
Precisely. And if a quantum computer could easily factor those numbers, it could forge signatures, steal funds, you name it.
Some people are saying this is an existential threat to crypto. How worried should we be right now?
I don't think we're at the doomsday scenario just yet. The quantum computers we have today are still pretty limited. They're like the first cars, interesting, but not ready to win any races.
So we have some breathing room. But what about the future? Should we be prepping for a quantum Y2K?
Well, not exactly a Y2K situation, but the crypto world definitely needs to take this seriously. Transitioning to quantum-resistant systems will take time, and getting everyone on board, well, that's a whole other challenge.
Right, getting everyone in the crypto world to agree on anything is like herding cats, as they say.
Yeah, exactly. Even Vitalik Buterin, the guy behind Ethereum, has talked about the possibility of needing a hard fork to make Ethereum quantum resistant.
A hard fork, for those who don't know, is basically a major upgrade to a blockchain that's not backward compatible. It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it's like trying to get everyone to switch to a new operating system at the same time. It can be messy.
So what are the brilliant minds of the crypto world doing to protect us from this potential quantum hammer? Are they just sitting around hoping for the best?
Not at all. Actually, there's a lot of work being done on something called post-quantum cryptography, or PQC.
PQC. Sounds kind of like a secret government agency.
Maybe a little. But really, it's all about building new cryptographic algorithms, codes that are resistant to attacks from both classical and quantum computers.
So like new math problems that even those superpowered quantum computers can't crack.
Yeah, exactly. Problems that are so hard that they'll keep our data safe even in a world full of quantum computers.
So it's a bit of an arms race then? Who's winning, or is it still too early to tell?
Well, there are some promising approaches, like lattice-based cryptography, which is all about these complicated geometric structures, and code-based cryptography using error-correcting codes to make things tough to decrypt. But it's kind of like a horse race right now.
So who's placing their bets on the winning horse?
Well, organizations like NIST, the National Institute of Standards and Technology, they're running competitions to figure out which of these PQC algorithms are the most secure.
Like a cryptographic Olympics?
Haha, yeah, kind of. The algorithms that come out on top, they'll likely become the new gold standard for security, not just for crypto, but for everything.
Okay, so while we wait for the judge's decision, what's happening in the crypto world? Is anyone actually using PQC yet?
Yeah, there are some projects out there taking the lead. One that comes to mind is the Quantum Resistant Ledger, or QRL. They're using something called hash-based signatures, which are thought to be pretty resistant to quantum attacks.
QRL, huh? Sounds like they're really putting their money where their mouth is. What about the big players like Bitcoin and Ethereum? What are they up to?
Well, a lot of them are looking at hybrid solutions, which combine the existing cryptography with these new PQC algorithms.
So kind of like a safety net while they make the bigger changes.
Yeah, exactly. Like keeping the current security measures in place while they slowly transition to a system that's fully quantum safe.
Makes sense. But honestly, all this talk about cryptography can be a bit heavy, Yeah. What about the cool stuff? What could quantum computing do for crypto that actually gets people excited?
Oh, there's tons of exciting stuff. We've been focusing on the threats, but quantum computing can also unlock a whole bunch of possibilities that we can barely imagine right now.
Okay, I like the sound of that. Give us the good news.
Well, think about it. Blockchain transactions could be verified and processed way faster thanks to the power of quantum computers. Imagine super fast transactions, smart contracts that run smoothly, and even more efficient ways to reach consensus.
It's like upgrading from dial-up to fiber optic. That's a game changer. What else?
Well, picture this. Decentralized exchanges that can handle huge volumes of trades without breaking a sweat, and new types of financial tools that are super secure and efficient, all thanks to quantum algorithms.
Now that's what I'm talking about. It sounds like a whole new world of financial innovation. But let's zoom out for a second. How might quantum computing impact other industries, and how does blockchain fit into all of this?
That's a great question. Quantum computing is going to have a huge impact on everything. From medicine to materials science, artificial intelligence, you name it. We're talking about designing life-saving drugs, creating new materials with amazing properties. The possibilities are endless.
Whoa, okay, now we're talking. And blockchain, with its secure and transparent nature, could play a big role in all of this, right?
Absolutely. Blockchain can track and verify information, which will be even more important in a world transformed by quantum computing. Imagine using blockchain to make sure new materials created with quantum simulations are authentic, or to protect sensitive medical data in a quantum-powered healthcare system.
It's like blockchain is the glue that holds everything together in this quantum future. So we've talked about the risks, the solutions, and the mind-blowing possibilities. But how do you see this whole relationship between quantum computing and crypto evolving in the long run?
Honestly, I think the future of crypto is tied to quantum computing. As these computers get more powerful, it's going to be a constant back and forth between those who are trying to break codes and those who are building defenses.
A game of cat and mouse on a massive scale. But could this actually push both fields forward in the end?
Definitely. This constant push and pull will lead to incredible advancements in both quantum computing and cryptography. It's going to be amazing to see how these two forces shape each other and the world around us.
It's like we're standing at the edge of a new frontier, and it's up to us to explore it and shape it for the better. But what about the average person? How might this quantum revolution impact their everyday lives?
Yeah, it's a huge question, right? This isn't just some sci-fi fantasy. Quantum computing is going to have a real impact on everyone, whether they understand the tech or not.
Absolutely. So it's not just about geeking out on the science. It's about understanding how this technology is going to change the world we live in.
Right. And we all have a part to play in shaping that future. It's not just something that happens to us.
Okay, I like that. What do you mean by that? How can the average person get involved? I mean, beyond just reading the headlines, right?
Well, for starters, knowledge is power, right? The more people understand about quantum computing and what it can do, the better equipped we'll be to make smart decisions about it.
So stay curious, stay informed. What about actually doing something?
Oh, yeah, there are definitely things people can do. Supporting research, advocating for ethical use of the technology, being open to new possibilities. There are so many ways to contribute.
It's like we're all explorers on this new frontier. We have a responsibility to chart the course carefully.
Exactly. And it's important to remember this is just the start of the conversation. As quantum computing gets more advanced, there will be new challenges and even more amazing opportunities.
For sure. So to wrap things up, let's go back to that question we started with. What happens when quantum computing and crypto collide?
Yeah, it's a collision that's going to create some serious ripples. We talked about the risks, the race to find solutions, and the incredible potential of quantum computing. But the most important thing to remember is this. The future isn't set in stone. It's something we're creating right now.
And that brings us to our final thought, something to keep in mind as you leave this deep dive. How might quantum computing change who holds the power in the financial world, especially when it comes to decentralized systems like crypto?
That's a big one, right? Will it make decentralized systems even stronger, more secure and efficient? Or will it give the advantage to centralized institutions because they'll be able to break the current systems? Or maybe, and this is exciting, will it lead to entirely new financial systems that we can't even imagine yet?
Those are some pretty mind-blowing possibilities. And that's what makes this whole quantum realm so fascinating, right? It's a journey full of mystery, potential, and maybe a little bit of uncertainty. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone. We hope you've enjoyed the ride. And until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and never stop learning.